newly formed, funded, sponsored, however you want to say it, Team Secret. Good for them. Glad to see Age of Empires getting some different kind of esports attention. Without further ado, I'm going from the right side, starting with Team Secret. In the purple, we have Doubt playing as the Berbers as their flank. Going into the leftmost pocket, we have Tato in orange as the Spanish. Moving over to the right pocket, we have Jordan in red playing as the Magyars. And the Viper, as always, in his yellow, playing... Oh, even on top of that, playing as the Mongols. That's the most Viper you're ever going to get out of Viper. Yellow and Mongols. See what he can do out of it.
Yes, sir. All right, and let's have a look at Aftermath here. On the right-hand side, I'm just going to start with Hart right away with the Spanish. His pocket is going to be Nikov with the Magyars in teal. And then in green, we got Liri as the Berbers. And the flank on the left-hand side is going to be MBL with the Slavs in gray. All right.
Yeah, so you can see, remember how I was talking about balance of Team Acropolis? Mm-hmm. You can see this particular map. This is a lot closer to how it used to spawn, specifically in Team Aftermath. You can see that they're... whatever you want to call it, the gray mountainous part of the Acropolis is almost touching the back of the map. This is close to how it used to happen, or well, it purposely was the Acropolis was up against the back of the wall, and you get situations where one team would spawn like this and the other team would spawn like what we saw earlier today, and it just would be unbalanced. So this is how it's been patched.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. This is really striking in this case, especially for Team Aftermath in the south. There's literally, I mean, nearly no gap there, right? So that's certainly...
Right, nearly, but just enough that it makes all the difference.
Right, you're absolutely correct. It makes the difference, that's for sure. That's true indeed. Interesting stuff so far. Cool. And also just thinking about the woodlines here right away. Just let's analyze this for Aftermath. I see how Hart is going for the one on the right hand side right away. The back of the space, the same is taking place on the right hand side for Viper. With the Mongols also going for that woodline. Doubt doing the same on the left hand side. What about MBL though? Not doing that so far.
Yeah, MBL also seems to be staying inside for the moment.
Interesting.
Let's see. We'll see how relics. Relics seem to be. I see 4 of them. They seem to be okay balance-wise. Actually,
two are really close to each other. There. I mean, exactly next to each other too. I mean, you see in the south, west of the pond there in the middle.
Oh wow! Oh, yeah. That's why I couldn't see the 5th.
Yeah,
I thought that was just one on the map. That's interesting. I don't think I've ever seen 2 relics spawn that close together before. Bad, yeah. Ever.
Looks odd for sure. That looks really odd.
It's gonna take one holy man to just double fist those relics.
Exactly. Give me the relics.
I am the Wololo. Give me the relics.
Exactly, man. Yeah. Do you think that pond in the middle is going to be of any concern, anything specific, or this is just
no? There's no fish on it. I mean, if they really had some sort of strategy plan about it, they could go for fish traps. Technically,
with the Malay, for instance.
Oh, the Malay.
We don't. I'm just saying. I'm just theoretically making up them.
Let's see. Yeah, I mean, you could, or I believe Japanese as well. I mean, they'd be unrateable because you wouldn't see docks from the other team.
Yeah,
but it would be that would be quite an investment for somewhat of a gimmick strategy.
I would have just imagined if this was in the earlier matchup that we saw with LOS, then we would have seen this huge wall in the middle of the map, right? And only the pond would be free. So therefore, maybe some crazy I don't know transport ships or something like this. But other than that, you're right. This not nothing of any concern there, right? But what we see is some walling already taking place by Hart on his
inside the base. Okay, yeah. I see now. Well, if we look way over to the left, if this game goes on as long as the other Team Acropolis game, there are 3 nice sized gold piles all the way over to I don't want to call it the left of the map, not the left corner, but between the left and top corner in the middle. There's 3 gold piles within close range of each other, so that could be a heavily contested portion of the map later on.
Interesting for sure. You're right. Just looking at the other resources. They're just scattered all around the place. But yeah, on the left hand side it looks pretty interesting. If this game, as you've mentioned it, will go on as long as the one that we've just seen. Furthermore, we see one villager already being killed. First blood there by, I mean, Hart lost his villager there,
Ooh.
it seems,
Ooh.
to a scout. Probably the one of Viper. But also Jordan is there. And yeah, so Jordan Viper just teaming up there for a second, getting that one villager. Looks like just a little move there, but actually has a lot of meaning there. Maybe, you know, the earlier you kill a villager, the more it has an economical impact. Therefore, actually a good move. Why not? Getting a free villager makes sense.
Oh yeah, definitely seen those. We'll call them. There's like exponential charts of losing villagers at what time during the game. Hello chat. Do 4v4 games last longer than 1v1s? Most always. Sad and alone. Ooh, sad and alone. Why are you sad and alone? Welcome to the stream. Maybe we can make you a little bit more included and happy.
Yeah, welcome, man. Welcome. Oh, indeed. I'm just looking at the fuel just because I was so confused to see Viper already there with 3 scouts there, but also Nikov with 3 scouts. So actually interesting matchup. So we see the fast Mongol scouts, as in they can go to fuel edge really fast, but also the strong Magyar scouts with bonus damage 3+3. So I certainly love me that one. And yeah, it's gonna be a bit more about raiding, I feel. This time it's gonna be a bit more about scouts in general, maybe doing more damage here than in the last game. Especially in the beginning of the game. So let's see about this one, because I see so many scouts, it's just too much. I'm just gonna hotkey the scouts of the Viper first of all, and then we'll see. Yeah.
Hi Tim Tum and Sad and Alone. Glad we can make you feel a little better. But yeah, talking about how they're playing. As you said that, I was looking at it, and it's like both teams were playing more aggressively, not so much team walling up. But then in between you saying that and then me now saying it now, I see, nope, about 2 players on each team are walling up and working on completely closing off their Acropolis. So what seemed like it was going to be more of a feudal Acropolis, team Acropolis match seems like now we're going to wall up and we're going to take this game further. How far? Don't think quite as far as the last one, but we shall see.
We shall see.
In the back, Tato looks like he's going to be breaking into MBL's woodline here.
Exactly.
But can't commit because he doesn't have the numbers.
Yeah.
He get cleaned up too much.
Yeah, true. And he will. And Viper was not close enough. They could have gone there together, but the spearmen are there as well, and MBL makes sure that his woodline is being protected for now. Therefore, looks okay. Nothing too spectacular. Most spectacular thing maybe being that Lyri, Doubt, Hard, and especially Viper clicking up that early, but especially most certainly the best one here, Lyri for now with this cast stage time. Good stuff. I mean, looking at his...
How's Lyri looking?
Here, Berbers. Well, that could be interesting.
Berbers, for sure. Does he not have any military buildings down yet? Oh, he's going straight into a castle.
Yeah,
there we go.
as we see,
that's why.
So probably calf archers.
Yes, I didn't notice that he was on stone so heavy already. That's why I was looking at his gold. I was like, what's he planning? There we go. That's what he's planning.
Which is actually interesting, right? Because with the Berbers, you have a cheaper stable units. You could go for some cheap scouts or even cheap knights later, or cheap camels, depends. But in this case, he goes for the castle, so he has a plan in his mind. And probably we're gonna see some calf archers, not calf, but camel archers pretty soon. Let's see. Furthermore, also placing down a second TC already. And meanwhile, Teto still on the base of his opponents. What about Viper's scouts there for a second? Yeah, he's also there. They're all around the place, trying to get some villagers here and there. Interesting. Yeah.
I don't see too much too much rain, too much damage going in. It seems like players are falling into whatever strategies they had planned. At the moment, nobody's able to commit to doing any damage anywhere, just because everybody kind of went 3 or 4 scouts. Nobody has the ability to be the aggressor in any particular place.
Yes, exactly. And also interestingly, The other Berber in the team, the opposite team, that is Doubt, went for the same strategy, getting out his own camel archers right now. So I feel that Leary has an advantage there, as he was up first. Maybe he could be up with his army earlier and then do more damage. Meanwhile, also Nikov trying to do the same as both Jordan and Tedo, but also Viper there with the scouts. As Nikov in the base of his opponents, trying to get a villager or two, but we don't see too much for now.
Viper just trying to be annoying with these two scouts, constantly making Hart garrison away some villagers to try to do some damage on him. But it looks like some spearmen almost did some damage on one of the scouts to take out one of them, but just were out of range.
Yeah. Unfortunate stuff. Oh my god, look at that. Tado here on the left hand side of Aftermath's base there, the woodline of MBL I'm talking about. There was some over chopping, and there we go. The scouts are getting a lot of villagers there. Right now he's forced to delete his palisades and retreat with his villagers. 2 villagers already dead, and maybe a 3rd one. It's not gonna happen. Still a lot of idle time, bad stuff. MBL under pressure. Also still being chased.
I'm surprised he deleted with those spearmen nearby. You'd think he would have committed, send those spearmen inside the walls and actually cleaned up the scouts.
Now that you said it, could have made sense, but he just wanted to be really cautious there and not lose any more villages. I guess that was his mind, in his mind. Let's see. He has the slabs, so I'm expecting some really heavy farm simulator. And hopefully he's gonna show us by some nice knights there. I don't know. We're gonna see. Okay.
Well, we do see Leary does have his camel archers out. But here's something you constantly see, and we saw it with Viper when he was the first to feudal and first to get scouts out. In a team map such as this, because there's so many different angles to hit, even if you are the first one up, and in this case Leary sent 5 camel archers over first before Doubt was prepared. By the time he got there, Doubt had 5 camel archers.
Exactly.
So even though he was ahead, by the time he got there, it was balanced out anyway as far as what units he had.
Yeah.
But Hart now showing up with 4 conquistadors. That's pretty much the magic number to snipe villagers.
Right there.
And do some great raiding. It's such an effective raiding strategy.
Yeah.
They just do so much damage. Hit and run better than I think any unit in the game.
To be honest,
I believe they are. Yeah. I think they're the best villager raiding unit.
I mean, then you can argue that there are other units who can do that as well in a different way, but I feel the most comfortable with the Conquistadors. You're right. I mean, with them, it's just so convenient. You know, you just stand there for a second, let them shoot 4 or 5 conks, and ideally they all hit, or most of them hit the villagers, and then they're dead. Right? I mean, it's so convenient to raid with them. So mobile. And it's not that much of a disadvantage that they have so little range there. Still enough to snipe off villagers from a decent range. Meanwhile, on the northeast of the pond, we see a lot of units there. It's hard to identify all the players. So Tedo with the Spanish. Also, the knights are chasing. Nikov's knights are going for all of the units here. Hart trying to assist. Oof, so many things. And yeah, like Kotov was saying, it's a calf game indeed. All the mounted units are all over the place. Interesting for now.
Hey, Lucky Kartofo, I believe we saw that in another game. And something I like to point out is one of the teams went for Slavs. So assuming that player is untouched and able to get up there and get Drazina out, man, they've got some great husk rolls to deal with some cavalry. So I'd like to see that tech come into place here, and we might just get to see it.
You mean Drazina?
Yes. Oh,
yeah.
Did I not say Drazina?
Yeah. No, I was just repeating,
okay.
just to make sure.
Okay. Yes,
yeah,
yes.
With the infantry, of course, it's quite situational. But yeah, in this case, it would be lovely. Imagine just a couple of halberdiers or pikemen inside of those armies dealing splash damage. It would be lovely for sure. For now, we have this epic fight here in the south of the pond now. Here we got Viper with the Mongols here. Great Mangodai action here. Actually, they're both Doubt and Viper are both able to, also with Jordan, to push off the enemy back into their base. So for now, it looks good. Doing some damage here. Let's see how this one will evolve, because the thing about Acropolis, you mentioned it as well, there's some nice and interesting aspects about it. Acropolis, the distance between the bases are so significant that by the time you got those 5 camel archers, right, then the opponent has it already. And in this case also the uphill advantage. You know, once you chase your enemy back home, they can then push back once again because they got this hill there on which they can climb on and then push back from there. So also interesting to see this one.
Yeah, it just makes it, like you're saying, it makes it so hard to push, and it almost forces us into seeing late games, which is always great to see against pro players such as this, especially with an Aftermath team secret game. Both believe, I don't know the seeding, but if I had to guess it, they're ranked 1 and 2 in the seeding.
Probably.
On top of, I believe we saw them face off in the 2v2s in the other part of Europe East in the previous week's categories. And we can see them definitely fighting as hard as possible, as both these teams have a very likely chance of getting to the finals and being on that winner's podium.
Yeah, probably. You're absolutely right there. There's a lot of chances. But on the left-hand side, did you see what happens there for Aftermath?
What are we looking at?
I mean, in the south, in the base of the south, but on the left-hand side, it's Viper actually cleaning up a lot of villages there, a lot of denied buildings. I mean, 2 denied buildings. Still, Viper doing some heavy damage, while on the right-hand side also a lot of things are taking place, which is basically camel archers by Doubt, as well as Tado's Conquistadores fighting against the ones of Heart, and also the Knights of Nikov trying to defeat the Berbers by Doubt. Oh, interesting stuff.
That's a lot of knights coming in from Jordan directly at the I'll say the southernmost southern middle part of the Acropolis. Those knights could dive in whenever they want. It looks like they might find a spot on Leary right here, and that's going to be a lot of damage or a lot of idle time for Leary. Oh, he hasn't reacted yet. 4 villagers down. Looks like 5th, 6th, 7th. And also Nikov losing some in that exchange. Yeah. Trades like this that just kind of snowball and snowball.
That's true. Absolutely correct with that observation there. Yeah, still, I mean, Jordan does well.
I think just as he's gonna leave this game, as he's leaving the Acropolis, I think he's gonna find 4 or 5 more villagers here just because of where MBL happens to be chopping. If he decides, nope, he ran right there. He decided not to fight that.
Interesting.
He might run into MBL's TC here. Just said whether or not he decides to try to deny it, we shall see. But Leary's gonna be there. Nikov's gonna be there. He won't be able to fight this. Actually, that's a great move. Jordan just got walled in. They're gonna be doing more damage to these knights before they get anywhere.
Lovely stuff. Cool.
But Jordan actually handled it. Kind of ran away with. He got away with most of his knights there. I only see 2 deaths.
Yeah,
wow.
Still.
Well done.
I mean, actually, a nice idea though. Nice quick walls by MBL for sure. The knights maybe not fully defeated, but they took a couple of hits. They are not full HP anymore. Interesting maneuver there, but it's not the end of this very action, as we still got 2 Berber civs here facing each other, which is Leary versus Doubt. And it's, at the moment, obviously Leary with the advantage being on the hill. Still, Doubt not giving in and applying pressure. He just does not want to stop this one. So so far it looks really interesting. A lot of cavalry action for sure.
We see Hart going out, and he's dropping stone walls all the way to the right most of the map. Looks like Aftermath's going to be thinking about those walls before Team Secret is. Yeah, I don't see anything like that for Secret. Actually, if you look at Viper's base specifically, he's completely open to any sort of raiding.
Yeah, true.
As well as most of that team. Oh, but on the left side, Tato's actually getting walls up. So they're kind of mirroring each other. If you split the map in half and rotated it 180 degrees, it kind of looks similar. It looks like Tato is going to be the first one out on those 3 gold piles I pointed out at the beginning of the map.
Exactly. The earlier the better, of course. That's good. Now, the Manga dies by Viper incoming. I expect him to do a lot of damage very soon, as he's an Imperial Age. He's getting Bracer, also Conscription in order to boost the production rate. And furthermore, we see this one monk getting the relics there. Those 2 relics that we've mentioned earlier, they're still there, by the way. But it seems that Team Secret is thinking about getting more relics. That's clear sign there. While this is going to be the question if this castle by Lyria is going to be denied. Well, now he's not building it anymore. And it will most likely be denied, or will it? Because now there are camel archers incoming, basically pushing away the Mangadai of Viper. Interesting.
I'm looking at Hart at the moment, seeing he does he just not have the stone? No, he just hasn't placed all the walls he wants to yet. Looks like those right side walls are going to go up, so that's going to have one of those snowball effect kind of things where raids will no longer come in from that side, so that'll be very helpful. But he still needs to place the rest of them. He doesn't have them all clicked down just yet, so but we'll see how. I'm sure he'll button that up. That'll help. They think about trade much? No, Team Secret also putting their markets up, so it looks like we'll trade up from both teams at about the same time. We've got everybody's in imp, so looks like everybody's holding off maybe a little bit here.
Yeah.
We're gonna see another late imp game out of Team Acropolis here.
Happy to see that. Walls. That's interesting as well. And they're actually also thinking of this pawn in the middle as Lyria is placing his walls, just in a way that no one can drop any landings there with transport ships. Interesting stuff. Trade is already going up. Right. For both sides. Yeah, you've said it. Late game. This time we see both teams going for some proper late game here, considering their timing with the markets as well. Furthermore, on the right hand side we have this huge matchup. A lot of parties involved here with that cavalry. So interesting to see so much cavalry. Camels, horses, all of this. Cool stuff. More stables being put down so far. No.
Looks like MBL being untouched. Sorry to interrupt you there, but we're seeing exactly what we want to see out of him. He's teching in the siege ram right now. I believe he has a good bit. He has all the defense upgrades for infantry. Working on the attack upgrades as we speak. A Drazina coming in. Yeah, we're seeing Halb siege push from MBL. Oh,
perfect.
Oh, Craigasms in the chat. That's what I want to see.
Yeah, man.
Originally, I was definitely all over the Goths because I like the spamminess of them. Then we got the Slavs, and they're kind of like a refined Goths.
Yeah, I was actually getting at that.
I'm a big fan.
I can understand. You know, this is actually good to see. You know, we have so many cavalry units. And yeah, Drazina, Halberdiers, Slavs, please just put them into their cars there, their cab rams, so they can just drive their sports cars there and. just drive them in front of the walls there, and then just go inside the base. Definitely, it's gonna be epic for sure. We need to keep an eye on that. I'll just make sure to put hotkey on that one, just not to forget about this.
Wow, if you notice, that pulled over all the attention of Team Secret. So, but it looks like AM is also going to be pushed from the left side behind Doubt. But I was like, wow, if Aftermath wanted to push in from the right now, there is no attention over there. But no, it seems like all 8 players are coming over to the left side, realizing the power and attention Drazina and Siege Rams. Actually, I guess a complete siege push from Slavs deserves that kind of attention. It can definitely be. It could win a game.
It can win a game. You're absolutely right. But in this case, it looks really bad though. It was way too early by Hart to go inside of that. He lost a couple of paladins already because it's basically 4 players there at this very one spot on the left hand side of the pond. And basically we've just seen MBL there for a second and also Hart. But Lyria was way too late for now. Now they're all teaming up though.
Actually saw some unfortunate, looks like gates that weren't completely finished, so Aftermath couldn't get their entire team in there, but they got deleted. Now Nikov's in with his paladins.
Yep.
And we see Team Secret getting pushed back here. And MBL's dropping a lot more barracks, getting conscription. He's going to be able to flood these Drazina Halbs like there's no tomorrow.
Exactly.
And man, I'm happy to see that.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. It's going to be awesome for sure. Trade is going on for both sides. Let's have a look at the trade cards there. Meanwhile, at those stats. It looks better for Secrets. They have more trade cards. But Sneakov has 16 though. Okay, interesting. The others don't have too many.
One of those knock-on effects to point out is with all those siege rams in this fight, they're not actually going after buildings. They're just soaking up arrow fire at the moment.
Exactly. Tanks. Yeah,
so that's just mobile tanks. Just tanks. So yeah, that'll be another one of those bonuses that you see. Team Secret just losing military faster than Aftermath at the moment, just because you can't micro in that kind of fight effectively. Absolutely. So they're all targeting the siege rams, which really isn't doing any significant damage.
Absolutely true. I mean, such a great move there, MBL, with this siege rams. It's not gonna end just right here. I mean, they're able to push forward now, but they will be facing a castle, also all of those military buildings. So they've just reached the spot of Secret in which the reinforcement can just get out right away. So it's gonna be difficult for them to do some damage here. Still, they will do it. Siege workshops coming in, also traps coming in. Great stuff.
Nice to see this kind of play out of MBL. MBL, while it definitely has gotten attention lately, didn't originally get the same amount of attention that he's getting now, just because of his play styles and maybe some of the ways he played. But if we notice, if you look, you know what's kind of funny about the tunnel vision pros get? If you look to the left of where this fight is happening, neither team actually has walled off this one wood line.
Oh,
so there's just, yeah, it's always funny to see when people get tunnel vision over a certain part of the map, not noticing other things.
Oh, wait a second. This on the left hand side, you mean, right? Do you mean
there's gates, there's walls, and then there's just this opening.
That's odd. That's odd. But I guess to a certain degree, yeah, it looks odd. That's for sure.
The onagers from MBL, but they just don't have the range to take any shot at the moment.
But if they would hit, it would be crazy for sure.
Seems like Tato. So Tato managed to sneak 4 villagers. He's making siege workshops. He's getting bombard towers, so he's probably going to push with bombard towers on the left. And it's probably going to go unnoticed before it's too late, and it's going to put some damage in on that left-hand side and probably get to the trade. Yep, he's dropping mangonels out of there. That's kind of questionable. I'd rather see rams break through that gate or that wall faster. He's also missing in siege workshops, so I believe we're going to see paladins out of there immediately in order to hit this trade.
The battle on the left hand side is just so intense. So many units. Crazy.
I'd like to see MBL maybe micro those onagers like a little bit more, because there's so many shots that are just up for grabs. They take them. I'd actually rather see onagers than siege rams right now.
Yeah, for now it would make sense, especially
one shot would be so effective.
Yeah, especially against mango dice and camel archers would be just perfect. Now let's see about this. Furthermore, we see how Hart is continuing to go forward with his bombard cannons. Though this one gold spot that you've mentioned on the left hand side, I mean, you've said it earlier, Tedo was going there, and he is still there, and he actually, yeah, he does best by just taking over all the gold there. I mean, this will be just disadvantage for Aftermath there. The less gold they have, the worse for them, and the better for Secret, obviously. So, while the trade looks good for both teams, the resources are a tiny bit better for Secret, I feel, as they have more access to gold resources.
I absolutely agree with you there. They had 5 gold piles on the left side. They took more map on the right. So while this game's if this game keeps going on, we will get into, you know, the armies will be backed by trade alone. This initial boost of having gold will show as a difference.
Indeed.
As you can see, maybe Secret players have a little bit more gold in the bank, where Aftermath seem a little bit more stretched out as far as resources are considered. Yes, mass battle, nice looking Kartoffel. These are things we like to see out of the pros.
That's for sure. That's for sure. So I mean, my whole system, I'm fast forwarding, and it looks like slow motion because there's so many things going on. My whole system is just running like a turtle here. It's just really slow. So many things going on. Wow. But also we see something interesting here, that is Nikov going for coinage. Therefore, it'll just not stop here. He will do some, I mean, he will send resources, that is for sure.
Yeah, he'll definitely be thinking about it a little bit. Sling now, to point out in this balance, banking doesn't exist in the ECL balance. They up the amount of trade tax in feudal and castle age, and then there's only coinage, and you research that in imperial age.
Exactly. Meanwhile,
but the pros continue to show us that they can still use slinging effectively, even at that point.
Yeah, that's absolutely true. I mean, they even sometimes go for towers in 1v1s. We've seen it, even though they have been nerfed in a way, especially have been made more expensive, and they still do it. And meanwhile, just wanted to mention, Viper is actually approaching with his Mangodai army, killing a couple of innocent villagers there, as well as Tato placing down Bomber towers to secure this 1 gold on the left hand side. And I think if this continues like that, maybe Viper will find a gap to go for, though Hart is already on his way to deal with them. So back to the battle in the middle here, which is just stagnating. Nothing else. Wow. So many poor souls.
Are Spanish bombard towers affected by ballistics? I guess so. I think I just saw that. I wasn't sure. I thought that didn't exist anymore, but I guess I'm wrong.
I'm not even sure. I don't know. I simply cannot answer this one.
It seems like while MBL might be the reason this push is happening, I just don't think he can keep up micro-wise at the moment. Like, he has a Treb. He has a Treb sitting in these units that's in range of that castle going up by doubt, and he's just not unpacking. There's 2 now, and he's just not using it at all.
Like I was saying, it actually improves the accuracy a little bit for the Bombard Tower. That's actually interesting, because I know so little about the accuracy being improved for the Bombard Towers, but I just know how to, I mean, in theory I know how to dodge those cannonballs. I mean, Viper showed quite nicely how to macro them out, but I mean, easier said than done. So interesting stuff there for sure. Bombard Towers. They used to be really underrated, but in this case, they're doing a lot of work. So I'm just gonna look for some other...
I would actually say they used to be more effective, because they used to do 150 melee damage as opposed to 120 pierce damage.
Oh yeah, this is what you mean. Yeah, okay, I see, I got your point. Yeah, but after that one, it seems they've been fading, but now I feel in the past, maybe it has something to do with the NAC, but ever since then, Bomber Towers came up again as a topic to talk about. And,
okay.
But yeah, you're right, actually.
That is a lot of Trebs from doubt. 1, 2.
Yeah,
7 Trebs from doubt, able to take over, just drop buildings in one go, but he did lose his castle. I'm happy to see that from Team Secret, because I thought where doubt put his castle was a little too far forward. Already in the range of Team Secret's line of Trebs. I thought that might go down. So I see something weird here. From on the right side, Hart has bombard towers, but I guess they don't automatically target buildings? Kind of weird looking.
Bomber towers. Where? I mean, on the right hand side, I see the bomber towers around his gold pile there. But where else do you mean?
I see bombard towers on Viper's like wall, and they're just not attacking the wall. I would think they would do that automatically.
Let me see. So far, I don't see any bomber towers too close.
Go a little bit more to the right. They're really on the wall.
Really on the wall.
A little bit north and
east.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I got you. This one, I see this one bomber tower. Yeah. Do you mean that one?
Nah, all the way. There you go. Oh yeah. Well, they're getting Treb down now, but
yeah. One. Okay, I got you. Meanwhile, more bomber towers in the Death Valley here, as it has been called like that. Wow.
This is one heck of a fight, and maybe we will see them have to fight over woodlines again.
Yeah, most likely, right? If this continues like that, it's just so incredible. So many units. I feel that it needs this game needs kind of a surprise attack from any anyone. And yeah, going for the right hand side certainly makes sense. This is why I like what Hart does here, going forth with more bomber towers. Obviously the opponents are aware of this, they are trying to trap this down. Still, we're talking about bomber towers. 2k6 HP, so it's gonna take a while there to take them down. I feel it.
Well, Hart has had those. He has had those siege workshops up for a while, so I think that's his plan. Go full with siege, and I guess bombard towers to defend the siege. I don't know if that's going to be enough, but I think that will be the sneak attack you're hoping for.
Yeah, could be. So Saturn alone says Hart has 20 idle villas. Well, most of the idle villas are just in this very battlefield. Try to get up there.
Yeah, they keep going idle because they are they're the bombard tower builders.
Exactly. Most of them, at least. It's a mess, man. But
yeah, it is a mess.
We can see some progress, right? I mean, Hart is certainly helping them, his team out to go forth a tiny bit more. Even though now Viper is incoming with a couple of siege rams there. Not sure if this is going to be enough, though. Just 2 of them.
You know what I would like to see? I'd like to see Hart where he's pushing forward bombard towers right now to drop a castle or two, because he's right in the reinforcement line of Team Secret, and they just aren't paying attention to that at all. That how far across the map they're actually reinforcing to get to this fight.
You mean on the right hand side?
Yes, on the right hand side.
Yeah, definitely. You're right. The castle
would he'd be doing damage to every unit that comes through there.
Wow.
But yeah, now we see him pushing. He's pushing forward this siege. Oh, now he's backing himself up with paladins. I don't like how far he's reinforcing from. He had all the time in the world to build closer stables, and he never did.
Wow. Oh my god, the left hand side still continues. They're making some decent progress. Even though score-wise Secret is leading, I feel that AM is certainly doing some progress here. Slowly but steadily they're going to the front. And I guess it is most likely due to Hart's commitments here with the bombard cannons. Bombard towers, I mean, obviously. So that helps a lot at the moment. What about MBL though? Kinda curious here about him. I don't see too many units of him here. What is he doing?
Yeah, MBL is a top capped at the moment, and he has the food and wood to make halves. Looks like maybe bite our tongues right as we said that. He re-queued everything.
Yeah. Yeah, he's just doing some.
Looks like Hart's also pushing with bombard towers on the left-hand side. But he's gonna run into one paladin. That's so unfortunate. Oh, but the halberdier might save the day.
Yeah, true.
Okay. So we're good there.
Yeah, the halberdier saved it. Good stuff. Yeah. Crazy stuff. Still continues. On the right hand side, it's also getting into this Death Valley kind of atmosphere here. A lot of paladins incoming by Hart, but also Jordan. Furthermore, there's Viper, so they are not giving up on both sides. We have this similar fight here. Wow. Crazy.
What's crazy to see about it, if we look over at Death Valley there, just the amount of bodies.
Yeah, on the left hand side, right? It's just hard to watch it, man.
Fathom to tally how many deaths that is.
I mean, just
Bomber towers save so many pop and a big advantage. Yeah, look at Acropolis. It is crazy once you can push in with bombard towers, just how much map control you can take with it.
True. Still, I gotta say, this pawn, just imagine. Making 2 docks, 3 docks, and then a couple of transport ships. I mean, the pop cap doesn't allow it, but just imagine, let's say 20, 30 of those, scouts, and then just dropping it inside of the base of, it would be Jordan in this case, and then just go for it and get some villagers killed. Good work, but everyone is busy keeping up the pop cap there. We've seen it. Only Jordan is a bit behind with this pop cap, but he's catching up as well as Doubt. Interesting stuff. Nikov also a bit behind there now, just talking about the pop cap. Interesting.
I would love to see that. Even with that, if someone were to transport to that same spot, you could actually just run right back through to the trade. There's nothing stopping them. Team Secret still hasn't really walled up themselves from something like that. The Paladin spammers have low pop. Yeah, I do see that. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it takes more time to get up those patterns again. It costs more, obviously. But yeah, I
We
mean,
still see more upgrades coming in. Jordan now getting vodka, and Nikov now getting siege engineers. Was Nikov building that much siege? I don't think I saw any siege from Nikov. Unless he's just thinking about it now. I think that's what's going on here.
oh yeah, now I see it as well, siege engineers incoming. Yeah, I guess I'm just tiny bits behind there. What a mess.
We have to, Lucky Kartoffel saying we have to calculate later how many kills per minute. Answer, many.
Many. That is for sure.
All the kills per minute. See, now Tato's doing something kind of smart here.
Yeah.
He's not pushing with bombard towers, but he's kind of defending with them, because if Hart's gonna put that kind of resin, so can he. So it's really slowing down this push.
Yeah, it is. It certainly is.
Very
They don't
much
progress
so.
anymore. But the right hand side still is about to be lost there, I feel, for the Viper, and yeah, it's actually only the Viper and maybe a little bit Jordan there. Bombard Tower's doing a lot of work there. The Viper
See Viper trying to go in with a lot of siege rams. I just don't think he has the numbers. He's gonna run right into Heart's Paladins. I think they'll be able to clean that up. This is one of the situations where you see Bombard Towers actually being a little bit weaker than they used to be. Siege rams just had no chance against Bombard Towers because they did melee damage.
Yeah, exactly. That's
But
changed.
that's no longer the case.
Exactly.
With that many trebs though behind these elite manga dies, I think a lot of these Bombard Towers are gonna get cleaned up. Yet again, this situation where I would have loved to see more siege onagers on the map to keep those manga die a little bit more scared.
True as well. Yeah, the amount of traps is quite scary. Yeah, siege onagers would have been a beautiful thing, but yeah, it's super
But it
expensive.
looks like Team Secret is slowly winning each fight.
You're right. Both on the left and right hand side, it looks better now. Even though they had a little moment there for Aftermath, now it's looking worse again. Alright, though, on the right hand side we see how Nikov is inside of the base now of Team Secret. Fortunately, he just goes for the castle. I mean, not unfortunately, he just deliberately goes for the castle. He wants to take it down. But Jordan notices this one and will take care of the patterns. Will it be enough to take down this castle? Will that be enough? 100 HP left. Yep, it will be enough. Alright, this castle.
Which castle just went down?
On the right hand side. I mean, on the right hand side where the second death valley is, there was a castle on the right hand side. And was taken down by patterns of Nikov. It was between those stables of Jordan, basically.
The one thing that just hurt to see, well, now we see MDL research, and I noticed with his trebs he was fighting. He's made so many trebs, he's made so many siege onagers, he's had the res in the bank forever, didn't have chemistry. That hurts the soul.
That's true, indeed. So while we said it looks better for Secret, it still has changed once again now. I see that Viper's losing a lot of villagers there. Well, I don't know how those villagers ended up being in front of the Death Valley on the left hand side. On the right hand side though, now looks better for Secret once again. Now the patterns of Jordan are incoming. The Mangadais are pushing as well. They are about to lose the right hand side if it continues like that.
Looking at the overlay, Viper's down to 33 villagers. Wait, and Leary's down to 48. Maybe they might actually be killing off villagers in order to
of
have
course.
more military
They
out.
did this in the last game as well. I mean, in the last matchup when they were playing this late game, LOS and coaches, on purpose, right? Just enough to have enough, especially food and wood, but the rest just trade cards and finally military units.
Oh, I don't think I've ever specifically noticed that before. Oh well, when you have 70 trade cards out, or in Leary's case,
Yeah, it's gonna be
94. I guess that's enough. Wow.
94 trade cards, man.
The stone price is currently 333 to buy.
Well, that's fine. That's cheap. Yeah, of course, let's go for it.
It's just 333 gold, no big
Yeah,
deal.
no problem. Just for 100 stone, right?
Yeah, just for 100 stone.
That's a cheap castle, yeah, of course. Especially, that's bad news for Viper, of course. Now that he lost his castle down the right-hand side, he will struggle to get up another castle. That's actually, the more I think of it, and like Kartoffel actually mentioned that as well, the better it was going for that castle, actually. With the Mangadai, if you stop the production of the Mangadai, it's obviously huge advantage.
Oh wow, looking at the right-hand side, I didn't notice how many paladins and camel archers Aftermath had ready to just go in there and clean up. They're currently holding back on and not just committing with. I think once they run in this army, it's going to be a stupendous amount of damage.
So many units once again.
I think they actually made a mistake there, waiting until Jordan restocked his paladin numbers.
Yeah, as they're moving back. True, you're right. But Dowd is incoming again, left hand side. Just a couple of elite cam launches. Not too many, but better than nothing. But I feel those kind of fights are bad for Viper at the moment. He must not lose any of his Mangadai. Doesn't look too good for him. I'm just gonna check about this. He has 5 castles, so okay, it's not the end of the world. Still producing nearly from all of them. Dowd has 1k kills. Yeah, about to happen.
Just about, yeah. I assume we'll make it there. Only 55 to go.
Wow, I think so too. Oh! Do you see this one? Cannon galleon.
No.
Careening and shipwright incoming.
No.
Yes,
No, you're joking.
We have it. We have. The dogs are incoming.
Enjoy,
man.
sir. This is what you wanted. So, are they going to be able to reach anything?
I don't know. If they.
Is this a joke?
If they go for the transport, I mean, it doesn't make too much of a difference now. The left-hand side seems to be cleared up for now. I mean, as in there is a gap. I mean, a window of opportunity to go with any kind of units to the right-hand side, but going with the dogs obviously could be a bad surprise for Team Secret. Yeah, cannon galleons obviously gonna help as well. And yeah, they're incoming cannon galleons.
Sorry. Oh, darn! I was doing it again. But so I was looking at Heart's Fog before. I just don't understand. What's he looking to do with it? Please tell me why I'm wrong. I don't see it.
I mean, with the cannon galleons.
Yeah, with the cannon galleons, I just don't see where he's gonna hit.
I mean, they have quite some range to clear up anything, and maybe help on the left-hand side. And we'll see. I mean, I get your point. So far, they're not doing too much. But they could help.
I think we got a misclick from Nikov sending in a siege tower.
Oh,
that's
really?
Funny.
Where is it? On the right-hand side?
Oh, wait, another one.
Yeah.
I think he's pressing the wrong hotkey. Yeah. I see a second one.
I love me some siege towers, man. They look so goofy when they're just.
I still just want to see more siege onagers in this fight, or even freaking. Well, I don't want to see elite skirmishers. They wouldn't be pop efficient in this game.
Yeah, unfortunately, yeah. That's the reason why we don't see too many of those Druzina halberdiers for the moment, and just siege onagers by MBL. But yeah, the more the better. But they're extremely expensive, so it will take them some time. And also, it's a huge loss. One lost siege onager.
So we see Heart's using the cannon galleons right now.
Yeah, there we go. Alright, show me.
Taking out some houses.
Yeah, better than nothing.
But there's just not much to range.
Yeah, just in case if they push back, they could help on the left-hand side. But I was actually expecting transport ships or something like this, but nope, we don't see anything.
Well, he is able to reach a TC.
Yeah, I mean 15 range, right? That's better than nothing.
Oh, finally! Oh, siege onager shot on some Doubt camel archers. Oh, we get 1, 2. That Doubt micro showing 3 before this siege onager went down.
Left hand side?
It was in left Death Valley.
Left Death Valley. There we go. Okay, I guess it's.
Oh, actually, I think I was far enough ahead of you that you're gonna be able to see it for the stream.
That's actually perfect.
It's that one. Yeah, you're gonna. Yeah, I'll warn you. Go over here.
Oh, nice. Okay, one more.
Just watch it and then just keep going.
Yes. Keep going. Oh my God. Oh, beautiful.
It's
This
so
was some
good.
good shot, yeah.
I live for onager shots. Oh wow, Tato. Tato's going on a rampage. Seems like he's fed up. He's like, you know what? I'm going far left side with siege onagers and paladins by myself.
And he does
what I can do.
Well, I mean, good observation that this is really important because we've both talked about it, the lack of wood in the late game, and I guess this is the perfect timing to go for some raiding on the edges of the map, just to get some innocent villagers there. And this could also have a bad effect on the economy, as in you would then be pop capped without noticing, as you lose so many villagers, and then you have way too many military units and maybe too little of villager numbers, and you cannot get your numbers up anymore. I mean, at least that's an awkward situation, and yeah, your wood income would then be at least denied for a while.
I've been keeping an eye on the wood. Team Secret is way closer to being out of safe wood to chop than Aftermath, and Aftermath is taking the important fights as far as what contested woods are going to be left.
Okay.
Wow, Leary just gave 2,500 gold to Hart just to give some idea of how much is going on, how much trading is going on in this game. Wow. A messy game. We'll see. I think I've got my money on Team Secret right now because of the wood. They've just got the more protected map.
Yeah, and they're also, I mean, Secret is also, AM is losing their bomber towers there.
Oh wait, did I say Aftermath or did I say Secret?
You said Secret.
I meant Aftermath.
Oh,
I don't know why.
interesting. I mean, I would have even understood if you said if you really meant Secret, because at the moment they're doing some pretty good progress there. The traps do too much damage, more than they should have done, as they've shifted their focus to the right hand side. Talking about Team AM.
Wow, I didn't know that Tato actually made it in with those rams and with Viper's help. I'm unhappy to see that. MBL's not at pop. He could have just spammed halberdiers and stopped this.
Damn, that is really a gap there. Yeah.
He's got barracks back here that just aren't working hard enough. Work harder, barracks. You can stop this.
Now let's see. Looks really bad now. They're making way too much progress. It's really dangerous down the left hand side.
Yeah, it's like way too much free progress is how I like to say it.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, it's not like they really fought hard for that, and Aftermath kind of let that go, and now these bombard towers are gonna get cleaned up because of it. Yikes! That might be a snowball effect. MBL just now teching into Man at Arms. What?
Is he? I don't see it yet.
If he was thinking that at any point, oh, did I go? I'll let myself get ahead again. I'll slow down.
Yeah, no
but
problem.
If he was at any point thinking he might go champions, why didn't he's? It's not like people aren't hurting for food and gold this game.
Right. Yeah, Man at Arms. There it is.
Strange to see.
Yeah, looks bad now for AM. Gotta say, they're busy defending now, and they're not making too much of progress anymore, as the amount of paladins still grows for Jordan, especially 200 pop, completely pop capped, and MBL, yeah, he's not being pop capped at all.
Yeah, I don't quite understand why, but he's having a lot of trouble keeping his numbers up. I guess because of the wood situation. Because he was thinking how. Oh wow, he only has 25 trade cards. Also, I don't understand that.
Yeah, from the beginning, I guess he just thought, yeah, since I'm the one who goes for Druzina, I don't need too much of gold for now. Maybe that kind of idea he had.
Yikes, well I think that's where he needs to pick up the slack there. Somehow get a lot more trade cards out. I know it's going to be inspected. Well, let's check on the wood. Let's see what it costs. Wood is currently 468 to buy. Yeah, that's not happening. That might be the decision that really hurts them this game. Because he'd be fine to go champions. Champions also get affected with Druzina.
Yeah.
We see Heart's cannon guys now playing a role here. I'm not gonna pretend I understand the choice, but they're in there. They're firing off. They're getting beat up by camel archers. Not using their range for any advantage whatsoever.
That doesn't look too good, does it? Oh yeah, looks bad for Aftermath for sure.
Is Aftermath winning at all on the right-hand side with this
Not
going
too
on?
much. Stagnated there for a while. There's not much of big progress.
Well, you know what, Hart. Oh, wow, I didn't notice all those elite Magadi hanging out in the back. I was about to say Hart could commit right now and run towards that trade, but no, that's not going to happen. Oh wow! And wait, 1, 2. Let's see. Tato and Doubt. With the exception of Tato, every Team Secret player is sitting on about 5k gold.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Oh wow, Nikov is on 7k. So maybe just about every player in this game has a lot of gold in the bank.
No.
Oh wow, actually, yeah, AM has even more. So it's okay.
No. Yeah. Actually, the interesting thing is MBL with 1.6k gold and really little on wood there. Unfortunately, also really little on food. I was just thinking maybe just to get up his pop cap, going for Hussars, light cast, any kind of scout units, just to have some kind of meat shield or at least go for some raiding or attempt it. But doesn't look good, as on the right hand side Viper finally making some progress there, and he is about to enter the base of his enemies, unless his quick wall is going to be successful there. For now, Hart does really well. Yep, alright, it is walled for now. This was a little opportunity there. Alright, and now Viper's inside. Okay, this is bad. Viper's inside. On the right hand side.
Okay. See it. Okay. Yeah, those elite Magadi are going to be extremely effective for any type of raiding.
True.
But are they going to be able to? Well, I guess, you know what, doing any sort of trade raid is going to be effective just because of the wood costs. It won't get cleaned up fast. I assume they'll get cleaned up eventually, but they'll hang out for quite a while.
Wow. I mean, damage is immense for now. But
Jordan also has a few paladins in the left side, nowhere near these numbers, but he has a few.
Still, the damage is there, clearly. I mean, the fact is, on the other side, the trade is not being harmed at all. And this is going to be the difference. This doesn't look good anymore.
Right. MBL now just getting into champions. That might help him stay closer to pop cap and be more effective in this game, but I don't think he had the res.
It's also too late.
Oh well, he has wood now, so he could be building more trade cards, but I don't think he is.
Tato also on the left hand side
sure.
are doing a lot of damage to the trade there.
Oh wow, I didn't notice all those. That's unfortunate.
I guess this one is really over. I gotta say this.
I see Team Secret just pushing everywhere. Yeah. I think they picked the right time to get in there and do the damage.
Yep.
But it doesn't look like AM has any interest in calling this GG.
They
They'll
don't.
be fighting on for sure.
That's true. They still don't give up. They are defending on the left hand side still. Right hand side seems to be calm. But yeah, really don't know. They're taking so much damage. Well, they took so much damage and still taking as Jordan is still in there with his Paladinos doing damage.
Oh, I didn't notice that. Yeah, there's still a few paladins in here. They're just killing trade.
It's really annoying to do.
That's really unfortunate to see. Yeah, Leary went down from 98 to about 60 trade units right now. We see MBL finally building, so I'm happy to see that, so he can sustain his own gold. That's good.
Yeah.
Okay, we see 2 relics collected for each team. Just wanted to randomly point that out. Whatever happened to the 5th one? Nobody wanted it.
No one knows. I'm not focusing too much on the big battle there in the middle, as it would slow down my computer here. I just want to make sure that we go through as soon as possible, because I feel that the record is over and they will start with the next game. Therefore, we need to catch up ASAP.
Understood. Well, you can feel free to fast forward. I'll keep up with you.
Oh, good. Cool. I think it should be over.
Yes.
Whoa. I guess they're about to start the next game. Not gonna lie here.
Yeah, I'll fast forward.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of fighting from the middle, but it just seems like it's close to the same stalemate as always, except Secret's slowly pushing in. Just have strong units to do it. So Aftermath can't quite stop them, but it's just happening. Just happening slowly. It's like a slow but sure push kind of situation.
No. Sure, but...
Whereas everybody on Team Secret has shown up with a lot of military. Aftermath maybe just can't keep up with the numbers. And we're seeing it just keep coming in.
Yeah.
I don't see it yet. I'm at 140 right now. Not seeing any sign of GG.
Well, it should be soon. I guess has the next game started already? That's the question.
I don't think so.
That's good. That's good.
I do see Leary very low on res right now. 200 wood, 500 food, 400 gold. Yikes. It's definitely pushing him back, pushing him at. Lucky Kartoffel saying 1.3 kills per second until now.
God.
Nice. Ah.
Yeah, it's GG. No, we got it.
Yeah, there's a GG.
Alright.
Yep, so first game going to Team Secret in one heck of a battle.
Yeah, that's for sure. That's one heck of a battle right there.
I think it's worth looking at these achievements for a change here.
Alright. Feel free to tell us.
We've got we got the Viper at 1200 kills, got Doubt close to 1600, Leary close to 1100 kills. MBL with the trash Drazina at the most deaths at 1559.
Oh my god, Lucky Kartoffel with the facts. Oh my god. Whoa.
Damn, comparing it to Verdun.
Oh my god.
Whew. Let's see, trade profit. Leary at 103k gold trade profit. That's one heck of a game. Whew, but I'm going back to the game room. Yikes. Whew, that's one. Man, get freaking Team Acropolis getting me all flustered here with these late imp pro games.
For sure. There's so much to cover. So many things. And also, yeah, we have it. 1.3 kills the second. It's just crazy. So, yeah. Alright, we're ready to go. And the next matchup will take place in a couple of seconds. Then you can also feel free to introduce us again. I guess we can always do it like this. You do this matchup, this whole matchup, and I take over the next one, and so on.
All right, that's fine. So, like, as soon as the game starts, want me to introduce it? Is that what you mean?
Yes, sir. Exactly.
Okay, will do.
And then for the next matchup, then, which is I mean, we'll see about this one. You can start right away there.
Will do. Cool. All right, everyone, welcome to Game 2 of Team Secret versus Aftermath here of Europe East, the 4v4 round of 8. I'm here with Dem Eyesred driving the bus, casting, and I'm the co-caster, Wills35. I'm going to jump into Team Secret here. Team Secret starting on the left with Tato in orange playing as the Chinese. The left pocket, we will see Viper in his yellow as the Mayans. The right, sorry, we're seeing Budapest. My bad. I was messing up. I was like, and Viper again. And then moving over to the right pocket, we see Doubt in purple playing as the Huns, and going all the way over to the right flank for Team Secret, we see Jordan 23 playing as the Slavs. I can go ahead and pass it off to you, Demise, for the other team, please.
Yes, sir. I'll just start right away, and then we that is with on the right hand side of Team Aftermath, that is Leary and green with the Chinese, and furthermore we got Hart as the right pocket, so to speak, with the Huns. Then furthermore we have MBL with the Turks in gray, and lastly but not least we got Nikov on the left hand side with the Indians teal. Right, so that's the matchup here. Budapest, this is certainly a bit messier. So many TCs. And
so much close people.
So
once you get 8v8, this got messy in 2v2s. It's gonna get real messy in 4v4s.
Oh yes.
I've actually got a few thoughts on Budapest. I've seen it. I've done a good bit of Budapest playing and streaming.
Nice.
It's my brother's favorite map. He loves to harass me on it and make us play same colors so that we each control one TC. But anyway, but with that, I will say the things I know about it. It's the fish helps. The fish are like they're like a blessing but a curse kind of thing. On this large of a map, there's plenty to be fish. But if you look at like the left pond, it's not nearly as much as, let's say, the southwest pond. But a team like Nikov here going for the Indians with the cheaper villagers, that's going to be a huge Dark Age boom or boost for him.
Yeah, that is for sure. I mean, with the Indians, obviously having 2 TCs already, cheaper villagers directly, he's gonna go crazy with his villager count. No time, and yeah, with those pawns, certainly interesting. The one on the southwest and the one on the northeast is going to be the most exciting one, I feel. If the people are going for those pawns, then we'll see. So Viper and Doubt already going for that one for some dogs. Makes sense. The ones on the northwest and the southeast, there we go. They're to be considered safer, as they're the pawns of the team, so to speak. But the ones on the sides basically could be dangerous for some type of things that happened on Scandinavia, for instance. And yeah, also a lot of resources in the middle. This typical Budapest style as well. A lot of fights could go on over those resources. But the teams also have some safer resources behind, I mean, the back of their bases. That's what we're gonna see. But yeah, messy for sure. And oh, I just spotted that Viper lost his villager to a boar there. That's interesting. So you don't see that one happen.
That's not something you see every day.
Yeah, I was going to say. Yeah, and interestingly on the left hand side, what is this even? You see Nikov being trapped by Tato. I mean, nearly trapped. I mean, well, this would have been epic, but
what are we seeing?
On the left,
trapped by Tato.
Yeah, on the left hand side.
Oh, by the gates and the palisades,
exactly.
and
it could have worked.
So we will see messiness immediately with a map like this.
Everywhere.
Well, you see Nikov kind of playing cheeky, going forward with the houses and palisades to keep Tato off of those resources.
Yeah.
I'm thinking he's gonna build maybe a tower there, right where that one villager's hanging out.
Why not? It would be perfect. Perfect tower.
Yeah, so he'll pressure some wood, some stone, some gold, but he doesn't have enough villagers there, and Tato's gonna be up to Fuel Age first, so I think he's already positioning the vills to be like, nah, this ain't happening. This ain't happening, Nikov. Get out of here.
Yeah, true. I mean,
such a strange thing, because it's just a mess.
Yeah, that's a mess for sure. I mean, it certainly has some kind of a character that you see on Nomad as well, since we got Tato and Doubt involved in this one. When Tato actually got walled up completely by his opponent, the Max, somehow had this character for a second when Nikov was placing those offensive palisades. Maybe we'll see some more messed up, crazy gameplays here. Let's see.
Oh, so Lucky Kartoffel's asking, why do we only see pro players build 4 or 5 fishing ships? I don't think I quite have that answer. Demazra, do you think you have some insight there?
I'm thinking of
It's probably tied into efficiency. No
Yeah.
pun intended, pun appreciated.
Efficiency. Unappreciated, most likely, yeah.
Yes.
But yeah, yeah.
But at some point, you just have to be. I would like to say at some point you're thinking about farms, but there's enough fish on these particular ponds to just keep building them. I'm not sure. Well, we see 7 from Heart already, so maybe we'll see more than 4 to 5. Maybe it probably is dependent on the maps you've seen.
Yeah, probably the maps. I mean, on Budapest, you've said it can be a blessing and a curse, maybe to invest heavily on fish or not. But on Nomad, for instance, we've seen quite some high fish numbers there, so I would not say that's always the case with low fishing numbers on every map that involves water.
Yeah, I guess it's one of those answers. It depends.
Yeah, probably.
It happens.
It happens. And what happens as well is Viper losing another villager there to the 2 scouts of MBL. And not only 1 villager, it seems. Or is it going to be like this? Oh yeah, we see some teaming up here, right in the north of the Viper's base there. A lot of scouts involved now. Oh. Yeah, the market is now built. And the people are going up for Castle Age. Lyri, once again, the one who's going up first, just like in the last match. He has the Chinese. The Chinese, you can see a lot of things, extremely versatile civilization, but also with those unit combinations that you can go for that can either pay out really well or bad. Depends on how well you adjust to your enemy's composition. But basically seeing some stuff with like siege, even bombard cannons or chukunus or even smushes. It really depends on what your enemy goes for. It could be really dangerous and really well. So really excited to see what Lyri will go for. Meanwhile also hard clicking up Dao, Jordan, Via Potato. Basically everyone is about to up very soon.
Yeah, I'm surprised to see the Nikov Tato fight hasn't really begun. Seems like Tato's going up to Castle Age. Nikov, does he have the res to click? He does not. So he's going to be behind by a large margin there. That's interesting.
That's interesting.
Wonder what he's thinking there, what happened. He's had the pond. He just hasn't built enough fishing ships to do something with it.
Seems
That's weird to see him down so far below. I didn't really see him get beat up or anything. He's just struggling a little bit there. It's funny to be the player that's struggling and had 58 villagers.
Yeah,
15 minutes into the game.
It's insane. It's insane, those numbers. But also MBL, 63 villagers. There you go. Also sick. Oh, we see some tributes. Lyri sending gold and food there. Oh no, it's the other way around. Okay, okay. So basically, is Nikov actually sending resources here?
Nikov? You're saying Nikov is slinging as a...
Yeah, I mean, I've just said you have sent...
a flank?
Yeah, you have just sent...
Wow.
I don't know how many resources to Lyri, right? I mean, let me just check before I continue spreading fake news here. Blah, 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 the Viper and whatnot. You paid 200 gold in tributes to AM Lyri. There you go. And I'm looking from the point of view of Nikov, who has a castle in front of his base, by the way. So
yeah,
maybe,
that's so strange.
Maybe he deliberately stays in Field Edge just to sling. And interesting move there.
I can understand maybe MBL slinging, but I would like to see MBL sling Nikov or Heart sling Lyri, but to see Nikov be the slinger, that's kind of weird.
Yeah, that's certainly weird. That's certainly weird, but I guess they have their plan. But I don't know how long this will go on like that, as the castle over there certainly applies a bit of pressure, and plumed archers will be incoming. And once they found their way through those gates or walls or houses, it's gonna be bad for Nico for sure, unless he does something against it, or unless he gets help by maybe MBL there. We'll see about that one. Furthermore, on the right hand side, we see how we now see Lyri trying to do something, but instead he just loses off his Chukunus for now. Maybe not the
Yeah, I'm not
best
sure
move.
what that choice was about. I saw that as well, just running him right into the TC and just hanging out down there. So Lucky Kartoffel's pointed out Sling, Viper, Maya, but we see both the Mayans players slung into Imp as well as the Chinese players slung into Imp. I'm thinking I take the Chinese as the stronger of those two choices.
Yeah, no, I mean, the Chinese being the one slung, I think that's really strong there for sure. I mean, getting up way more castles and also Chukunus and whatnot. Ooh, nice garrison, ungarrison there from Hart and also Lyri. Now they're approaching base of Jordan to apply some more pressure. Getting rid of the Scorpions. Looks bad for now. Jordan under pressure and troubles here. Getting up at Siege Workshop himself, trying to do something about it. Meanwhile, the Viper finally has reached Imperial Age. Decent timing, I would say. 20 minutes in game, Imperial Age, I would say. That's barely.
I don't know if we'll see that Lucky Kartoffel. I think we'll see this. We'll see a few Trebs, but I think we'll see more elite plumed archers. But at the same time, you're going to see Trebs from Lyri as well. So don't count Aftermath out just yet, because we're seeing kind of a mirrored strategy here.
Yeah, true. So impressive. Hard also on Imperial Age with Cavaliers. It's just 20 minutes in game and we see Cavaliers. It's incredible.
Yeah, it's crazy. And be so effective. And I'm really worried for Jordan here. Jordan, just the way he's getting hit, he'll continue to see very strong pressure.
What is actually happening there? Is he actually fully walled?
So many vills. Well, he kind of was the way the map was built and walled up around, but then once Lyri built that castle and they started ungarrisoning through it, then no, he really wasn't.
Interesting and really bad. I mean, Jordan is losing a lot of villages right now. Those Cavaliers are doing some good work getting those idle villages there. We're gonna see another castle incoming by Lyri. Therefore, more Chukunus to be expected. Furthermore, a lot of trebuchets to be expected. All of those things will happen quite fast. Hidalgo also going for Imperial Age. We see players getting Imperial Age and we see other players getting Wheelbarrow. You know, this kind of situations we have. Really interesting.
That's kind of weird.
Paladin also incoming.
Yo, how do you feel about a 24-33 Paladin?
That's just incredible. It's just no other words. It's super crazy and also exciting to see. Especially if we consider the fact that slinging has been nerfed here, right? Still taking place. This requires a lot of good gaming techniques, as in good efficient play, because it's actually not as efficient as on other maps, as on other classical maps. Jordan at the moment only defensively, with a lot of villagers walking around there, placing down defensive gates and storm walls and whatnot. Basically walking around with a lot of villagers. His villager count also pretty low there, 65 just at the moment. It's not too good for him, does it?
Not at all. He's got a lot of walls, so that's going to slow down, but I think all it's really going to take is losing a few pieces, and these Chukunus will go in and wreak havoc. Yeah. As well as, did you catch where Hart pulled out his Paladins? That's where he's going. He's going over to try to fight Viper and Tato and see what kind of damage he can do there. Oh, it looks like he's being very effective. He's taking out Doubt Barracks to stop any reinforcements that might hurt him. But yeah, it's looking good. It's looking good for Team Secret on the right side right now. He causing a lot of pressure, being the one slinging, but he's doing a pretty good job of just placing walls and holding off, and he's clicked up the castle. So he's doing all right.
Yeah, it could have been way worse. Viper has not applied too much of pressure. Yeah, it's gonna be the question. What will happen very soon here? For now, you said correctly, Aftermath doing a lot of good things here, especially on the right hand side. We see a lot of Paladins, also a lot of Chukunus. Let me see if they are FU. Oh no, they're not completely FU yet. Or are they? I'm just always mixing that up with their very last unique attack there.
Not sure if they have rocketry or not.
But 8+6 seems like that. I guess that's
right.
Looks just right there.
Yeah. Okay. I wish they would commit a little bit more to that TC above where they're currently fighting. Because if so, they're gonna pick off. How many villagers are in there? 15. That TC is completely stocked right now with villagers. Really like to see it go down and see all those villagers taken out rather than where they're currently going. Because it's just free pickings.
That's for sure. Free pickings indeed.
I like what I like to see from Lear right now. He's making capped rams and he's researching into siege rams, so he's going to be able to take down these walls, and so they're going to be less of an issue. Wow, the amount of damage they're putting in on Jordan, and now they're going into Tato as well.
Yep.
He's up to 131 villagers, but he's not able to hold. Oh wait, sorry, not Tato, Doubt. My bad.
Oh, good. Purple player right there.
Yeah.
You're right.
And see now, so that TC was able to kill those villagers, and all those villagers are going to get away. I think that would have been the move that takes Jordan out of the game if they would have concentrated more on that TC.
True indeed.
Leary,
right.
though, just keeps pushing with castles. He's got his 4th castle going up to spam Shukanus. Nuts.
Nuts for sure. Yeah, it doesn't look too good. Even Viper's not able to do that much of damage. He has this fair amount of plumed archers up, but he's just being chased there. Even though Dal also has his paladins up. This Leary and Hart are doing a lot of work here, especially Hart. I'm really impressed by his gameplay here. So far he does really well. Also, we see a defensive castle coming up by Tato just in time, it seems. But will it be in time, as in will it have that much impact? The castle's going to be up very soon on the base of Doubt there. But yeah, facing +4 defense paladins, not going to be the most efficient thing now. And yeah, Jordan for now, not doing too much. 49 villages. Looking gloomy. MBL getting Bombard Tower again. Yeah, if this game continues like that, I think we are not going to see much more. As this move is clearly just going into one direction, and that is just into the base of Secret. And causing a lot of damage there. Doubt is still holding on though with 81 villagers and 28 military. Numbers slightly decreasing there.
Yeah, MBL, who was slinging, is now on his way up to Imp, or just got there. Getting lots of things. Just got artillery, got a lot of upgrades, so he's going to be putting out bombard cannons. They're going to be very, very effective right now. That's going to be great, seeing the Aftermath putting in pressure from both sides. And if they just took down that Castle of Doubts, that was kind of stopping them from running into the last of Jordan's base there. They're going to pull off, they're going to take down these gold miners of Doubt and continue to close Jordan out of this match.
True. So many Chukunus and also plumed archers. This time it's not cavalry, but mostly archer type of units, as well as paladins though. Also some kind of different kind of death value here that we have inside of the base of Doubt. Let's see. Do you see any chance for Secret to get out of the situation?
Maybe just because Tato's booming so hard, he's able to attribute so much to pull some of his players back in. But if you look at somebody like, so Jordan's got 50 villagers total, 38 are currently idle inside of TCs. Doubt's also down to 50 villagers. Viper's below 100, Tato's at 145 trying to keep his team in this. But we even see Nikov going up. So the players that were slinging for Team Aftermath, who were staying in feudal, they were the ones getting pressured. Now they're both got themselves to Imp, and they're going to be in this fight as well, and making this pressure even harder for Secret.
Yep.
So unless Secret has some, we'll say some secret tricks up their pocket, I don't know what else they can pull out here.
And I guess it was too late here, as it is over for this match.
Yeah, that's the GG. I want to think seeing Nikov also hit Imp was when they're like, all right, guys, not only are we losing hard, they're all in Imp, and we're about to lose even harder. Like, did MBL had only just got there with Bombard Cannon saying like, hey, I'm in this fight too. Yeah.
Correct.
Whew. So moving on to the next one, I take it.
Exactly.
But what would you
Come again?
What would you say won that for? What would you say won that for him? I gotta say, probably Leary is just indomitable Chukanu and castle push. By the end of that game, I think he had 7 castles up.
Mhm.
Nuts.
Yeah, I think that was one of the most important factors there. That's definitely for sure. He clicked up way earlier than the others, significantly at least. And then he got this immense boost by his teammates. And furthermore, Hart was just making sure that this push was just continuing as he gave... I mean, he produced so many paladins just to make sure that none of those Chokanus of Leary are in danger. And yeah, it was way too late for Secret to apply more pressure, as the Viper actually had this momentum on the left hand side, but he couldn't progress too much. I think that was important. Yeah, Leary and then Hart, maybe also Viper not being able to cause too much pressure on the left hand side to balance it out somehow.
Yeah, I guess a secret gem of that game was exactly how good Nikov was able to hold on to that pressure in Feudal Age. Not really with any units. He really was just dropping stone walls. And for whatever reason, Viper and Tato never really built any rams to help break through that any faster. Those archers weren't going to get through.
Right.
Plumed archers or Chooks? Not sure what you're asking, Lucky Truffle, but it was Chooks winning the game there.
Maybe you ask what kind of units we prefer.
I think the Chukanu, they're just kind of stronger. I'm not, I don't know. I think it's hard to say because with mines, it's so effective because that's the strategies you're going for. You're going for like plumed archers, chooks, and maybe some rams and onagers. Whereas Chinese, wait, did I say plumed archers? I meant plumed archers and eagles. And, but Chukanus on their own, as you could see, was like a driving factor. They weren't winning by raiding and then backing up that raiding by having a better eco. They were just pushing by their strength. They were able to take out plumed archers because of all those extra arrows they shoot, because of that extra damage they were putting out per volley. Really makes a humongous difference.
Yeah, I would definitely agree with that. As yeah, you said, it's the push is just too extreme with that. With one volley, they deal so much damage, and I think there is no better unit. But in this very situation, of course, the Chukanus were better. I see plumed archers shine in situations in which they can make use of their mobility. So going for some ratings or some quick shifting from supporting that one flank, then going over to the other one, or just from one flank going for the enemy pocket or something like this. And also maybe quick retreats and stuff like this. This is not as easily possible with the Chukanus. Therefore, in this situation, clearly, Chukanus of Leary did a lot of damage there. So what is it? Oh yeah, I see. Next.
What is the next game? Do we know what the next map is? Did they let us know?
Well, it's. Let me see.
No, I don't think so.
It's gonna be spontaneous. Oh yeah, there we go. Now we're ready. I'm able to join. Alright, the game's starting in a couple of seconds.
Well, hello everyone. This is game 3 in the second event of Europe East. It's the 4v4. We are in the round of 8 and we are seeing Team Aftermath versus Team Secret. Winner of this goes on to the next round. So I'm going to introduce us first. This is being casted by Dem Eyes Red and co-casted by myself, Willis35. We're going to get into this game. So in the rightmost flank for Team Aftermath, in the green, we have Leary playing as the Mayans. To the right pocket, in blue, we have Hart playing as the Burmese. The left pocket, in red, Oh, I'm sorry. I have that wrong.
All good, all
My
good.
bad.
So
Sorry, that is the leftmost pocket or leftmost flank is Hart as the Burmese. The left pocket is Leary in green as the Mayans. I'm gonna call it the bottom pocket now. Is Nikov in teal playing as the Italians, and a little hard. It's always hard to find the gray. There we go.
yeah.
And in gray is MBL playing as the Mongols, and this is getting played on cross. On to you, Demise Red.
All right, thanks. So let's just start with Viper as, yeah, how do you want to call it, left flank? Let's say it like that in the south.
I guess we'll say bottom and top.
All right, let's go with that. So the bottom flank here is Viper in yellow, as expected, with the Kels. His pocket is going to be, or is, Tedder with the Khmer in orange. Interesting choice indeed. The next flank, the next pocket obviously is going to be Doubt with the Italians, purple color. And the top flank, so to speak, is Jordan with the Goths. Ah, okay. And interesting matchup. Once again, we have the Goths involved here.
So much flaring going on.
Yeah, it's just always at least confusing there for a second. And yeah, let's I mean, it's on cross, therefore it's a bit similar to Arabia, but most importantly, we have 4 pawns. So much flaring, man. Wow. And
I don't know. I wish I knew what they were telling each other.
Yeah, right.
We don't. You can assume in these games they had TeamSpeak on,
That's
so they
for
were
sure.
speaking to each other.
Especially those two teams.
Man.
Those two teams.
If only we could get those recordings. I just said, yeah, these pawns are definitely going to be, unlike Budapest, these are not a blessing but a curse. These are just a blessing. There is a lot of deep fish in these pawns. They're going to be well worth the investment.
Exactly. It's also going to be the question, which pawns are going to be taken over and which pawns are we going to see some fights. So we have 2 safe pawns once again, I'd say. The one on the right hand side is for Aftermath, just theoretically speaking, and the one on the left hand side is for Secret, but we've seen it on cross a couple of times, especially on 1v1s. We see some sneaky dogs taking place and stuff like this. I think also on 4v4s it's technically possible, even way more difficult. Let's see about this one though. So just thinking about the flanks here for a second. The top flanks, that would be Jordan against Hart, right? So that is Goths against Burmese. So what do you think was in this case? Any initial thoughts once again?
I believe it's still hard to play against the Burmese. I know the Arambai are now more. I want to say they're about a half to 2/3 more costly to make. The Goths might have a slightly faster Dark Age because of some hunting bonuses. But damn, it's still just hard to see what you do against Burmese if you're looking at it as a 1v1 type flank thing. Once we get to Castle, seeing Arambai out, as opposed to Goths will still be thinking Imp, will be pretty effective. I'm not sure if darts count as melee or pierce damage, to be honest.
Darts, you see, you say, it's. I
I'm not
believe
sure.
it's melee damage.
Okay, so then the Goths bonus, or I won't say bonus, but their Husk Rolls, which are so good against pierce damage, really won't come into play too much. So I've got to give the upper hand to the Burmese, unless it goes Imp, but then we're really not talking about flank wars at that point. We're talking about team wars.
That's for sure. I mean, especially interesting to see what kind of techniques, what kind of build orders, or at least strats they are going for. So for now, 6 players are clicking up here. The first one is going to be MBL. Looking at what is it, Jordan here, clicking up with how many villagers? 20 villagers, 21 pups, so to speak. Additional food on water. Maybe. I mean, I was expecting some man-at-arms, but so far we don't see any gold. We're gonna see what they will do. In a couple of seconds it will be shown. Let's have a look at the other flank though. And we initially see some walls as well. That would be Mongols against Celts. Well, with Mongols I initially think of scouts being a thing to go for. With Celts, man-at-arms I would do. Let's see what we will see. So maybe this will be more of a classical approach, 1v1s on the flanks, and then maybe the pockets helping out sometime. Let's see though, let's see. For now, it's also going to be the question of the pond wars on the top and on the bottom. So MBL versus Viper and also Hard versus Jordan. And maybe also Doubt, as we see. Interesting.
So MBL was first up, so he's the first one to get fire galleys out and clear out Viper's fishing ships. But it looks like Viper's got more fishing ships queued up in his docks here than MBL, so it looks like he's eventually thinking like, yeah, I'm going to lose this fight, but then I'm going to take over this pond, and MBL doesn't have anywhere near the numbers to fight this, nor is he paying attention to it. Viper even snuck one of his fishing ships away. I think at the end of it, Viper pushes that pawn, takes it from MBL, and then keeps it.
Yeah, once again,
MBL making some weird moves.
Yeah, that's for sure. It's odd. We're gonna see about this one in a second, and maybe we'll understand it then. But do you see team walls being put up again, right? Especially for Secret this time. Something we've seen from LOS last matchup. This case, it's gonna be.
Well, this one we see them actually being team walls. They are connecting each other. They're being used properly. I say they look good.
Yeah, I'd say so as well.
Definitely look good.
Yeah, and for Aftermath we see no walls to just some kind of walls in order to defend the own base for now. Maybe this can change, but MBL certainly made sure that the left hand side of his base is safe. He wants to secure gold income, stuff like this. Yeah, gonna be the question. So far we see a couple of scouts running all over the place. Maybe we'll see some nice ratings. Maybe not.
Might see some Doubtvilles picked off here.
Let me see. Doubtvilles, you say, right? Oh yeah, there we go.
Yes.
Yeah, maybe. Could be, definitely.
Scout and an eagle scout in there trying to do some damage. It's not gonna do too much, but it's gonna cost some idle time, which is nice.
Definitely.
Looks like one villager's picked off, but Nikov did lose a scout in that process. The Ville's still chasing though, so that's helpful.
Indeed.
Yeah, MBL definitely lost that fight on the water.
Yep.
You see he's making demo rafts, but Viper already spaced his fire galleys out, so one demo is not going to hurt anything, or not going to hurt more than one ship at a time.
Unfortunately.
But MBL with some good micro to use his demo to take out Vipers before it could do much damage.
True.
Good, that's good.
Meanwhile, we also see Nikov in the base of Doubt, but now he's losing his scouts there. It's not too much happening now, just a little bit of annoying there. But other than that, what about the top pond there? We see Doubt with his own set of fire galleys going for the ones of hearts. Looks also bad on the top pond there. So it feels that AM losing control over the additional pawns on the top and on the bottom of the map, which is certainly not good for them, economically speaking.
And Secret is using their pawns to way more use. If you notice the numbers, Tato has 27 fish. He is more than double any other player in the match right now.
Stonewalling his own base there with the Chimera. This can maybe be something really crazy. So far he only has his market up. Will he go for some stinging? Just some stinging. Let's see.
I see him in Castle Age. I see him with putting up another TC.
Yeah, therefore.
I don't think we'll see him going unless he's going for super boomy and slinging somebody else. But I don't quite see that coming.
Yeah, he will boom. That's for sure. Interesting stuff. Meanwhile, Leray was the first one once again going for the next stage, for the castle stage, putting up his own castle. And this time with the Mayans, maybe we'll see some nice plumed archer strats here. Let's see about this one. Furthermore, what do we have? Nothing too much. Seems to be quite calm for now, as the water has been taken over. I guess the biggest move for now is Nikov trying to go for the base of Tato, but now facing the stone walls. Therefore, it's going to be tough. I feel this is a similar situation with Spring in the last matchup. if you remember when he had the Franks. Now he is not able to do too much with his knights, but maybe he'll be able to do something. I'm just looking for gaps for now.
Yep, I remember. Spring, I just couldn't find anywhere to hit. He could go up and possibly hit Jordan, who is only house walled, and he won't be able to do any better because he's Goths.
Yep, true.
So that could be an option here.
Yeah, you're right, absolutely right. But the Goths, that's actually a bit difficult, to say the least.
Okay, so what did Nickov decide? Where was Knights at? Oh, they're trying to break through some houses. Yeah, I don't like that choice. I think he knows that, and Goths are a good place to hit anyway, because they'll be thinking, hey, I either need to go Knights myself, or I need to get myself to Imp. And with the castle going up, I think Jordan's only thinking about Imp.
I think so as well. Well, speaking of Imp, Leary is going up from the next age.
Nice. Leary's been consistently the first player to Imperial Age every match so far.
Just for information, I've seen Tato actually slinging, so I guess he is booming and slinging at the same time.
Interesting. Well, as Khmer, I guess you'd make only battle elephants?
Not only, you could also go scorpions, heavy scorpions, which is really nice.
Okay.
I know a specific person who loves to do that. That is in the chat at the moment. Like Kartoffel I'm speaking about, and yeah, he knows certainly about using those kind of perks that they have. So yeah, Battle Elephants obviously really strong though. So you're not that wrong. Not wrong at all, I'd say. They have super fast elephants, Battle Elephants. And furthermore, Burst Elephants I wouldn't go for, but Scorpions are actually really nice. Really nice. So let's see about this one.
Yeah, so it looks like Jordan's gonna get broken into by Leary, but he's already on his way to Imp. He's about a third of the way there, so he's gonna get there for sure. They just don't have anything to push him with, so I think they're a little bit late in making this decision and letting the Goth player get to Imp. And if anything, he's getting slung by Tato, so he's gonna have the res to do something with this.
Especially dealing with Huskars is not gonna be nice with plumbed archers. Not many options there. Yeah.
I think a Rambai will be effective, but it's going to be so much harder to master Rambai than anything else.
Yep, they're way more expensive now on this kind of map.
We see Doubt getting tired of Nikov's knights and just stonewalling behind those houses finally.
Yeah, good choice actually. Good choice.
Yeah, I don't understand these choices. Now that they're really trying to break through these walls and hurt Doubt instead of going after Jordan. I don't quite understand these choices.
Yeah, weird stuff, sure, weird stuff. I mean, they sure have some ideas, but certainly is gonna get difficult for them. Now, Jordan and Imperial Age, well, good luck.
Jordan actually has an OP strat going on right now. If you look at Nikov's base, he has 2 sheep that have yet to somehow be taken over.
Oh yeah.
Just as I said that, Nikov finally grabbed them. They were sitting there for so long.
Nice.
It's funny.
Nice for sure. Interesting. The castle for Nikov also incoming right where the sheep are. Just thinking about it, what kind of options they have. But when dealing with Huskars, actually, Geno's crossbowman dealing good amount of damage there. Still, it's gonna be tough.
Looks like MBL's going for a siege monk push. He's got some mangonels backed up by 2 monks. Got more monks being built, I believe. No more siege being built. It seems like that's his plan for now.
Now with 3 TCs, obviously he's not gonna go up with a lot of siege for now. If he had less, then he could maybe just outproduce his opponents considering any military, as in siege and monks, but then he would fall behind in economy. So I guess in team games you cannot simply do this. This is the reason why he is kind of slow for the moment. And yeah, we'll see when it pays off that Team Secret took over the water here. Now looks really strong here. 34 fishing ships for Tato, 19 for Doubt, 13 for Viper. 4 for Jordan.
In each game, we've seen Viper and Leary kind of neck and neck Vil-wise. Even now we see them, while they're not the team, they're not the leaders as far as Vil count goes, they're still similar to each other. It's just kind of crazy to see how they're always kind of thinking the same things. It's just weird to see.
You're right. That's actually an interesting observation. Yeah.
We see MBL going forward with 2 barrackses. What do you expect to see Mongol barracks wise? I'm saying nothing. I don't see it at all.
Probably some kind of some spearman pikeman type of units. Nothing else.
Okay.
Probably. Don't know if you will go for
MBL's now
champions.
clicked up to Imp, so we'll have 3 Aftermath players in Imp, while we only have 1 Imp, secret player in Imp.
By the way, something really sneaky is gonna happen. Look at Doubt's Stonewall, where the plumed archers are.
Oh, nice, nice.
Yes.
Do it, Heart. Get it. Oh, come on, you're blocking yourself. Oh my gosh, I'm so upset. He messed that up.
Oh my god, did
Darn
he
it,
mess it up?
Leary.
Oh my god.
Break through that freaking 377 HP. At least he ends up losing a lot of villagers because of this.
Yeah, you're right. We're gonna see it that way as well, but oh my god.
That's so sad. That was almost beautiful. And then it was ugly.
Unfortunate stuff. Meanwhile, Nikov already in the base of Viper, but he's being chased by the Halberdiers of Jordan. I'm also curious about... Oh, actually he's going for champions. There we go. Alright, instead of pikes or anything like that.
MBL's gonna go for champions. Interesting.
Oh, why
I wonder
not?
what he's thinking. Hey, Jordan bringing Vills all the way down here to build barracks rather than pushing up near him. Guess they're deciding to fight over this side of the map. Alright, so those plumed archers are in. Those elite plumed archers are in. So we gotta see them find where they're gonna do some damage here.
Not too
And
many.
Doubt has so many TCs up that I don't think they're gonna find many Doubt has 6 TCs?
Exactly.
Holy crap. But they're not even, he's not even that boomy. He only has 77 villagers. He
Just
did
for
this
safety
just for
reasons.
protection.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Why not? Why not?
So we'll see some, but those Husk girls are just they're gonna tank so much archer fire. It seems like Leary's not even interested in trying to fight the Husk girls. He's just avoiding them, taking their hits and letting them, and just trying to pick off vills before these elite plumed archers go down.
Probably, yeah. I guess that's the way to describe the situation.
Wow, Leary now has a mass of elite plumed archers, though, a little bit to the south of Jordan's base.
Yeah, exactly. I'm looking forward to see some
intense.
action there.
I think, yeah, he's going to be able to break through a palisade wall in probably about 4 to 7 seconds, maybe. Way too fast for anybody to react to it. And he'll be in.
He'll be in, and he could make sure that he's just running fast enough not to be interrupted by enemy units. So it's going to take place in a couple of seconds. Exactly what you just said. Let's see about this one. Also, the Rambar are going in for Doubt, so it's going to be some simultaneous action. And there we go. Yeah, it was even less than 4 seconds. And let's go. Go. There he goes.
You see a Rambai going in for Doubt or in on Doubt?
In on Doubt, as in
okay.
there are there's Hart as well as Nikov. They are now trying to go through that stone gate there. Let's see.
Kind of feel bad for how hard Leary's trying with these elite plumed archers. They're just not getting any backup because Husk girls simply are gonna be able to fight him off every time.
I mean, he cannot even one-shot it. He needs
That's crazy.
2 shots. Yeah. Alright, so meanwhile, still Hart and Nikov inside the base of Doubt. Maybe gonna go for some damage now. Not much happening in the south though. So MBL just I don't want to say that he's chilling, but he's certainly not doing too much for now. Maybe just waiting for the right time to attack.
So he's taking in the champions. That's what he'll be building. So I think he's thinking to. I don't quite understand the choice though. Of he knows he's gonna have to fight a Goth and a Celt player, or maybe he's just thinking he can play against a Celt player like this.
I mean, against the
Not
Goth,
quite
it's
sure.
actually an excellent choice to go for champions, but they're so far away from each other, and he's actually going for Viper here. Yeah, we'll see. It's, maybe it'll work out. Depends on where he want to go with his champions there. He goes to the north. If he goes for Jordan, it could be really good for him with champions against his scars. Let's see though. Just gonna fast forward a tiny bit here to catch up, as I see that I'm once again, I guess, a minute behind or so.
Okay, that's okay. I'm still working off of you.
Alright, cool. Oh, we see some battle elephants finally by Tato. And
Oh, that's good, that's good. So we see there's more focus on Jordan now. We see Cavalier from Nikov, a Rambai from Hart. Now they'll be able to raid a little bit harder here.
Mhm.
And yes, it looks like, yeah, Rambai definitely do melee damage against Hush Girls.
Yeah, true. I'm just constantly looking at those champions of MBL, what they're actually about to do. So for now, we just see a little spam taking place. Champion spam.
Well, they won't be too effective against elephants, unfortunately.
Yep, you're absolutely
Elephants
right.
are just too tanky.
Exactly, this is a bad move here. MBL is about to lose everything here if it continues like that. Even Castle won't do too much about it. Tato gets the support of Viper. Viper places down his own castle. Viper there with a lot of heavy scorpions just to make sure that any infantry gets simply wrecked here. I think it was actually interesting to see that Secret actually didn't do too much aggressively or offensively, let's say. They actually waited for AM to come, and yeah, now they're somehow answering to everything that's happening. Only Jordan is in troubles here, as with the Burmese, obviously Hart has great champions and he will be able to deal with anything that is there at the moment. So Jordan's forced to go out with his own champions. Goth champions obviously not that nice, as they missed the last defensive upgrade. And yeah, let's see how this one will work out. So in the north it looks better for AM, obviously, and in the south it looks really bad. Oh
Yeah, we
my
do
God.
see a lot of elite battle elephant from Tato though, so that'll be nice. That'll
So
definitely carry a lot of weight.
For sure.
I don't know why he's not fighting these rams that are just taking down a castle for free. Yeah, he just let a castle go down. I didn't understand. Oh wait, I'm an idiot. I'm sorry. I'm watching the battle wrong. My bad.
All good.
I'm like, why aren't these elephants taking down these rams? Well, eventually I'll understand how this game works.
Oh nice, what the pikeman by MBL will be incoming very soon, and then I want to see the heavy scorpions work out. So
Yeah, I don't think MBL just can't hold this by his own.
not at all.
These rams, elephants, and heavy scorpions are just way too strong to be defended by pikemen alone. So what we really need to see is the rest of his team push Jordan, maybe take Jordan out so it turns into a 3v3. But I'm not seeing the same amount of push there.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. In the south it seems more effective here, as there's nothing that MBL can do at the moment, and Jordan at least can keep up production wise. He can at least throw in some meat shields just not to die, right? But with MBL he's losing a lot of territory there, and he has nothing to offer. Next to that, also the trade line is in danger, so doesn't look good at all. Interestingly though, trading wise, not too much taking place for now. especially for AM. I mean, NBL lost his trading cards, I feel. Only Lyre there with 14 cards and Hart with 1. I guess this one's going to be pretty soon, very, very much over if they don't
you
find
see
out.
Nikov showing up with Leech Enemies Crossbowmen. Those will definitely help against these battle elephants. But I question if he showed up a little too late here to help. Oh, we also got monks coming in from Nikov. I would love to see a lot of conversions. If you could pull off 6 conversions right now, be a huge deal.
True, there we go.
But he almost couldn't just because of how... Oh, am I behind?
All good, all good.
Oh, no, I was just trying to convert. Wow, these enemies cost bowmen, though. These elephants do melt to them with all that bonus damage. Wow.
Wow.
They're completely ineffective against them.
Damn.
So that might be exactly what they need there.
True, true.
We have somehow trade messed up. Viper just sent his trade cards into the fight.
Did he?
I know he knows a lot, but I don't see how that's going to be any help right now.
Yeah. True, true.
So I would like to see out of Team Aftermath right now would actually be start wrecking Jordan's houses, because they're completely unprotected right now, and they'd be able to pop cap Jordan. He wouldn't be able to keep up with this fight.
For sure, why not? Underestimated move there. Going for the houses, why not? Would be annoying, especially if you rely on production, right? If you wanna just outproduce your opponents, you can if you don't have the houses.
Yeah, I don't think they're teched into any siege, but if they were, they could just let a few rams go in that little metropolis of houses there. They would do the damage. But I think at this rate, Team Aftermath will probably get into the trade. Oh wow, Tato though, with so many elephants saying, nope, that's not happening.
Oh yeah, he has so many elephants on both sides, in the north and in the south. If he's able to clear the situation in the north, which he's actually, I mean, yeah, he is actually successfully doing this. Castle by Hart is gone. Doesn't look too good anymore. Though, nothing too much of dangerous situation taking place in NBL's base there for now, as they somehow shifted to Nikov there with their attack. And in the north, we see January's Crossbowmen just melting. Make those elite elephants melt there. Just
yeah, make them look useless. It's kind of crazy to see that happen.
really extreme.
Yeah, there's something wrong going on with Viper's trade cards. Just the way they're pathing. Actually, maybe that's just the way they've been pathing this whole time, or maybe somebody put a wall up incorrectly somewhere. But these trade cards aren't making it back home safe. They just keep pathing through the battle.
I've just seen it 1 or 2 times there, but
Yeah,
oh yeah,
now
there you go.
fixed.
Oh, okay, wow.
It's weird.
How does this even happen?
I think though NBL just left alone isn't going to be able to hold this again. I think they kind of helped him clean it up and then left. That's really not going to do much good for him.
Exactly. Those heavy
I don't think he can hold this 2v1.
I don't think so neither. Also, now that we see light cavs incoming, nice way to go into the base of the opponent now. Tato is doing this right now, getting a couple of villages here and there, especially the ones of NBL that are responsible to get some gold. Doesn't look too good for him. Yeah, also in the north, everything is about to fall apart there. The forward push by AM now has been defeated, and it's going to be backwards movement here. They're about to lose their whole territory, also in the north.
It seems like Secret just kind of push on every front. I don't. Well, I mean, I can see NBL having some struggle, but I don't see why Nikov, Leary, and Hart can't handle this front at the moment. They're really having trouble keeping up.
That's for sure.
Maybe it's the weaker trade slowing down their production a little bit, but it doesn't look like it's that much weaker.
True. Those elite genius crossbowmen doing a lot of work by doubt, and I don't think that going for more elephants is the good choice here at the moment, at least for heart. Question is what else to do now.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of a different decision to do. Maybe siege.
Yeah, probably
Well, I mean,
siege.
if he could have had castles up and gotten the Arambi numbers, I would have done it. But I don't think he has any castles up right now at all.
But even then, I guess genius crossbowmen do quite well against Arambi, especially when the numbers.
Oh right. Yeah, the bonus was still coming to effect. Never mind. Yeah, scratch that thought. That's a terrible thought.
But yeah, siege would be working, but easier said than done because yeah, the enemy obviously has everything now to deal with everything. We have traps by doubt. We even have siege rams, siege onagers. From time to time we see some Huskars. Doesn't look too good.
I think the secret MVP here is Jordan's able to, because of the Goth production, he's able to switch up where he's helping. So he keeps somewhat helping Viper and then somewhat helping up here and going back and forth. I think that's been really effective because in cases like right now, Leary was able to clear up every Genoese crossbowman there was up there. Jordan made like 5 elite Huskarls and that pushed the elite plumed archers back.
Exactly.
So it's just been so effective.
True indeed.
There we go, I just saw a wall go down for Team Aftermath. So Team C is going to waltz right in.
Yeah, it doesn't look too good, does it? I mean, there are some attempts by Nikov to go to the front again with light calves, just to throw in some units, but not gonna change anything too much, as yeah, north it's about to collapse as well. It's gonna be Generous Crossbowmen versus Plumed Archers by Lurie. Also in the south, MBL is about to lose everything there. Elite battle elephants are incoming, so they cannot approach too much as the crossbowmen are still there. But yeah, with the pikemen, Mongol pikemen, I don't know. Those heavy scorpions will just kill everything now. Looks bad for sure.
Consistent losing on every front. MBL now mixed in some siege augers to maybe try to fight against these heavy scorpions. We'll see how that does for him. Hopefully he can get a few good shots off and maybe then run in with these pikemen and see what he can do with it.
Yeah, I mean,
that pressure in the north just keeps getting worse and worse.
It really gets worse, that's for sure. Siege oranges are incoming though, but for how long and how efficient is it gonna be? Everything's about to collapse for sure. In the north it looks even worse now. The trade has been completely defeated. For now at least, all those incoming trade cards are just being destroyed there. And yeah, no damage done in the base of Team Secret. So that one looks good for them. That's GG.
Yeah.
GG. So, yeah. Team Secret, the winner of this matchup.
I don't know. Well, I guess we'll say the fish really helped out in the beginning, but I don't want to say that was the sole winner of this match.
No, not at all, but it's just one of the keys, I would say. I mean, it certainly helped. Especially in the beginning and the middle of the game. And yeah, I mean, thing is, Secret played quite defensively here. They walled up. They just stayed where they were, and then they allowed the enemy to come. Then somehow found some counters, especially with Viper, where she waited to see what kind of units MBL was going for, and we saw that he mostly went for. I mean, he first wanted to go for champions, right? Then he shifted into pikemen, but heavy scorpions basically countered everything from that, and therefore this helped a lot. This defensive move just to see what the opponent is going for. quite cheesy, one would say, right? Just wait for what he does and then just do the opposite, as in counter it. And it worked in this case. And even though it was quite bad in the north for Jordan, he somehow got the support of Tato, I believe, who was booming and also slinging, just to make sure that Jordan could keep up this meat shield production there, just to stay alive. And then with the right support of Doubt, they were actually able to cause a lot of damage then, both in the north and in the south.
Yeah, it just seems like maybe the choice not to try to push Jordan harder when they had the chance might have snowballed. I think that's about the only opportunity I could have saw. Maybe fight over the pawns a little bit harder, but yeah, that's about all we could have seen there.
Exactly. So this was the last game of this best of 3, and we're gonna have the next matchup very soon. It's gonna be Suomi versus SY. So I'm just gonna update everything, and I guess we will start pretty soon, as it's already I mean, we should have started 7 minutes ago, but obviously the games were just taking way too long. I mean, not too long, they were just great late games, so say it like that. And I'm just gonna quickly adjust everything here, and then we're ready to jump into the next game.
I'm not sure if they'll post up a timer and a break between this one.
Not sure.
I believe they. I'm thinking how the people running ECL, if they do a break between the second and third match or not.
I mean, it would make sense if they do
sure.
But if they don't, they don't.
Right. Well, I'll be back in 1 minute.
No problem.
And we'll go from there.
Alright guys, so the first half is over, so to speak. We've seen LOS versus Coaches, also AM versus Secret. Some interesting matchups for sure, some great 4v4s. I mean, especially AM versus Secret was quite interesting. The first game I liked the most, especially Acropolis. It's just a great map for sure. Yeah, next matchup is gonna be Suomi versus SY, and yeah, also gonna be really exciting, I'm sure. For now, I'm just putting on some music if we are not continuing ASAP. Alright, I'm just gonna tune in with the music. And also what I will do is actually restart the stream, as we need to have separate VODs. So just bear with me, I'll restart the stream and I'll be back in a couple of seconds.